Maybe he would think that it's a good thing to be pushed finally by somebody. Here's Stephen McCain.
Steve said one of the best moves he ever made was moving to the National Training Center in Colorado. He said there is absolutely no guesswork. Everything is done for me. How can you not be the best athlete being in that surrounding?
Very tricky combination. He's a little bit off here.
Body form is way off on his handstands.
Yeah, this is odd, actually. Looks far shakier than typical. And a double back.
Tucks the dismount.
He grabs the ball.
The bar is totally loose. Came all the way out.
Yeah, he's talking the T-handle on the parallel bar, he's saying is loose, and each gymnast has their own.
I tightened all four of them myself, and it just came off.
Each gymnast has their own setting, and if it loosens up.
I mean, I tightened all four. I went through them twice.
No, it came all the way undone. I was swinging this way.
And that's a huge problem when that occurs.
Finishing 6 rotations is tough enough. I can't imagine if he'd have the strength to do 7, which would mean doing this routine over again.
Well, if they determine.
Well, I don't know. I tightened all four myself physically. I mean, I cranked on him, and he went, and this whole side came open, and the rail just opened up on him.
If it is equipment failure, then he will be given an opportunity to repeat the exercise.
Or he can take his score.
He can take a score. And like you said, though, Al, this is...
Harry, I think the parallel bars need some adjusting. Okay, it was very clear. The bars got tightened out.
Mark Graham.
And when Ron went over to check the bars, it was
the technical director
and I
of the
saw
meet.
the bar move. So I don't think it was the coach's fault. I think
whereas the coach basically did his job, but
yes,
the equipment failed.
There was an equipment failure.
And let him try the whole experiment.
That's the critical thing. If there's
checked.
equipment failure, and Harry Berkey is right on track as usual,
We'll go ahead and
you gotta give the benefit to the athlete if he wants it, but
It's a risky situation to be in.
because it wasn't a totally blown routine, but
He does have a chance to make up some areas that were not so great in the routine.
So remember, he was coming off a 9-1, and you said the new Stephen McCain would be able to move past it. Okay, so you try and forget the 9-1. Now in your very next rotation, you have a very odd occurrence, which could force you to be pushed to a very high level of physical exhaustion. And here he goes for a second go at it.
you know, I think the mental component is actually a little bit worse, though, because right now right there, he's probably thinking maybe this wasn't such a good idea. Small little break on that mount. This is the most tricky part of the routine in combination.
The only way, if we're going to be able to tell if this was the right decision, is if you can tell me what you think his score would have been and we compare it to what he gets here.
Well, right now, no question about it. This is a far superior routine.
Superior dismount.
Going to get about 1.5 points better than the other routine would have brought in.
Good job.
He was 4th coming in.
And look at his arms, though. That's the thing. You know, he does 2 of those double back elements and
Get a little chewed up.
Little chewed up. Meanwhile, in this age of